Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending how you're seeing this, but it's nice and light outside already. The other video was in the evening, this one I'm doing in the daytime, we're early in the morning. So I just wanted to share with you the second of EDRAS. It's a wonderful, wonderful story from the scriptures, and I just want to share with you all, besides some wonderful stones that I have here. I have found in my closet, yeah, a little boxes that I'm decluttering, and I said, whoa, I love, you guys know I love stones, and it's beautiful. And I said, let me just bring them out and just share a little bit. This wonderful, beautiful nature, because they come from nature. Humans give them the shape, but they do come from nature. This is a beautiful one. And this is very beautiful. The flashes are just amazing. And I said, let me just go ahead and, because I'm so sure that, I don't know if this one is rock garnet, I'm not sure yet. Should be in there somewhere. And I have a wonderful malachite here too. I said, let me just get my stuff together. These beautiful little hands right here are from Lisa Fireside Crystals. She does sales through YouTube. She also has a Facebook channel. You guys can go to her. She's wonderful. And James, her husband, they are awesome. They're a team. Usually they're in Sue Denim to Diamonds channel, in the chats. They're just wonderful. And I learned from them. This is Amber. This is also from Lisa Fireside Crystal. Yeah. Yeah. But this is nature. This is, you'll be like, what that has to do with your scriptures? But this come from nature. That's all. And like I always say, I respect everyone's faith. And I'm very thankful that you all are with me here every week, sharing wonderful stories from the scriptures. In EDRAS 2 says, first, before I start, in the name of Heavenly Father, that all that I say comes within the wisdom that He gives me. And every week I ask and pray that what I share is for more knowledge from me as growing as a human being, so I can share with others the wonderful stories from the scriptures. And that everybody, whoever you are, what you are, we are respected here in my channel. I just want to say that. So, 2 of Esdras, and explores the deep questions about suffering, divine justice, and the end of the world. It reveals that while God's ways can be mysterious, which we all know that, right? Very mysterious. He works in mysterious way. Sometimes you ask in prayer for an answer, and sometimes it's given it to you, whether it comes through a person, through even a TV broadcast or whatever. You'll be like, whoa. But usually that message will come out through others or any signals that you will see out there. And faith in His wisdom and the hope of ultimate restoration, or for comfort in times of doubt and difficulties. Deep reflections from the book. It says the second book of Esther is also called the Apocalypse of Esdras, presents a profound meditation on the problems of suffering, evil, and the nature of divine justice, written in time of great hardship for the Jewish people, likely after the destruction of the Second Temple of Jerusalem. It serves as a response to questions that arise in the wake of calamity and personal loss. The book records a series of visions experienced by the prophet Esdras, who is seeking understanding from God about why the righteous suffer and how the world will end. It is part of the apocalyptic literature that often focuses on the ultimate resolution of these struggles through divine intervention and the promise of a restored world. Don't we wish that already, right? With so many things going on. At the heart of the book lies the theme of questioning God's justice. I will never question him. Ezra, feeling the weight of Israel's suffering, asked God why evil people seem to prosper while the righteous suffer. His questions are deep, raw, and full of emotions, honestly. Why he wonders, do the wicked thrive while those who follow God's commands are oppressed? How is it that the world seems to be full of injustice with the God being punished and the bad being rewarded? How many times have you asked yourself that, right? Because we see on a daily basis in our personal life, social media has the greatest of them all. So you'd be like, why, right? But God has an answer for everything, and he's there with you. He's seeing everything. These are questions that every person of faith at some point wrestles with. God's response to Ezra is both comforting and challenging. Through a series of answers, God reveals that many things are beyond human understanding. The ways of the world and the ultimate purpose of suffering cannot be fully grasped by human minds. God's justice, though not always immediately clear, is a reflection of his greater wisdom. This answer does not fully solve Ezra's problem, but it provides a kind reassurance there is a divine plan, and everything will be made right in the end. The righteous will be rewarded, and the wicked will face justice, but not always in ways that aren't immediately visible to us. One of the most striking aspects of Esdras is how it grapples with the tension between faith and doubt. Ezra does not accept God's words passively. He continued to ask questions, seeking more answers and trying to understand how things fit together. This is significant because it portrays a healthy form of faith, one that seeks questions and wrestles with uncertainty, but still trusts in God's wisdom. It reflects the human condition of trying to make sense of life's suffering while holding on to hope and faith. Another important part of the book, it is apocalyptic vision of the end times. Ezra is shown a series of dramatic visions concerning the future. He sees a world filled with suffering and confusion, but ultimately he is given the hope of a new world where God will bring about the final justice in this vision. The righteous are promised a place of rest and reward, while the wicked will be punished. This offers a deep sense of hope, no matter how chaotic and unjust the present world may seem. There is an ultimate purpose to history, and at the end, God will set things right. Throughout this vision, Esdras brings us into focus a crucial idea that the world is not a place of random chance, but the divine order. Though we may not always see it, there is a deeper logic to events, even in the midst of suffering. The ultimate judgment of humanity will restore balance, and all will be revealed in God's perfect timing. This is an eschatological end times perspective encourages that the reader to trust that even in the moments of crisis, there is hope for a final divine resolution. The book of 2 of EDRAS is the ultimate book to encouragement, but it's also a call of reflection. It asks us to reflect on our own suffering, to think about the way we perceive injustice, and to consider the role of faith in times in uncertainty. The book teaches that while we might not have answers to all our questions, our struggles and questions are not signs of weakness. You are not weak. You're not even weak to be silenced, because the truth eventually will come out. Or the lack of faith. Rather, they are part of the human journey. In the midst of confusion and suffering, we are invited to trust that God's plan will unfold as it should, and that ultimately all things will be made new. 2 of EDRAS teaches us that the life's deepest questions about suffering, injustice, and the purpose of existence are often beyond human understanding. While God's ways may not always be clear to us, faith in His wisdom and justice is essential for the navigating to the difficulties of life. The book encourages honesty in question and seeking understanding, showing that the doubt and struggle do not diminish faith, but can deepen it. It reminds us that the world's injustice will not last forever, and that ultimately God will restore order and make all things right. The message of the book is not to have all the answers, but to trust in God's greatest plan and to hold on into hope, even in the midst of suffering. When faced with suffering or injustice, how do you respond? How do you find yourself asking deep, honest questions about the world? And how do you reconcile your doubts with the faith? What role does hope in the future play in your life? How does the belief in a divine plan affect the way you face challenges and make sense of the difficulties in the present? Take some time to reflect a personal struggle, or an area of your life where you are facing confusion, suffering, a sense of injustice. Write them down. Your honest questions. That's what I do. I journal. Guys, you know that I journal a lot because of that. And that's the and the way they are. What are we struggling to understand? Then take a moment to reflect of the idea that while some answers may never come, there is an overarching divine plan at yourself, that even when you cannot see the full picture, trust in God's wisdom and His timing can help you navigate through the uncertainty with hope and faith. This exercise can help to connect more deeply with the themes of 2 of EDRAS and apply them to your own life, to my own life. Embracing your questions and your faith in God is the ultimate justice. Isn't that wonderful? I tell you guys, I love reading, love the scriptures. I'm already uploading Psalm 1, the Psalms. We're going to do what better than to get the answers from the source itself. Whatever is your faith, whenever you're in doubt, whenever you feel that injustice has come to you and portrayed to others as you being the wicked when it's not the case whatsoever. Only you that hold the truth, and those that are around you very closely knows the truth. You hold the key to everything. You got the evidence to everything. So everything's going to unfold. I have faith that it will. I just hope everyone have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, month, year coming up. It's going to be an embracing year. It's going to bring everything to the table. Everything is going to just come to you. You're going to see. Everything's still revealing. Actually, things are being spoken and they don't even realize it. That they're saying who they are, not who others are. And with that being said, I'm getting chills all over me. Guys, I found these beauties. I had made videos of this because you guys know I love stones. These are seer stones. These are MX. These are found in Brazil. It's found in the southern Brazil, frosty white on the outside. Reverse. Isn't this pretty? These are quartz. And the MX from Brazil. Whoa. Are river tumble chunks of clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz. These items are found in the Ema River in the southern Brazil, frosty white on the outside. They have polished faces or windows showing the clear inside. They have opaque white rim and have been flattened, like this right here, and polished on the side to form a window that gazes into the polished cut window to the glimpse the secrets within. See your future or gain insight into the present. Look at this. This one is smoky quartz. So lucky winner in December is going to get this. This is rose quartz. And this is freaking beautiful. I love these windows. I just love looking at them. So I have amethyst, smoke quartz, and I have only one amethyst, but two rose quartz. Oh, and I got clear quartz. Look how beautiful. Guys, I just want to say have a wonderful month ahead, week ahead. Give yourself the opportunity to love. Be kind to yourself and to others. Be able to do your own self. You don't need people's permission to you don't need a third party permission to be who you want to be, where you want to be, to see things for yourself and not what people say. That all it's revealing. We're still on Revelation year, and the moon changes and all that, and God has given us His wisdom, and the world was made perfect. Humanity is the one that changes everything. The man changes everything. The law tried to change everything without due respect to everything and the law of man. But I have the ultimate Father from heavens who is my guide. And as long as we don't do nothing wrong to others, we shouldn't be afraid to speak our minds, but speaking it with righteousness and truth without belittling others or putting our feet so they crumble because you want it your way. You know, I'm not here to give nobody a lecture. Don't even think of me like that. I'm just from what I read and what I have learned from my personal experiences in life. And I just want to say thank you for being in Leonor Reacts. This is 2 of EDRAS. I hope you had learned a little bit like I did about the apocalypse, Ezra, God's answers to be revealed. When there's tension or doubt, you know where to go to your faith, whichever that may be. Big hugs. I love you all. See you in the next video. Bye.